And he gives us some salary cap room there as Sherratt sent down. Can we get a first, a second, an agency for Walker? Oh, we can. Fourth, next, a third round pick. I'm going to say about 75 medium elite. 73 medium elite. Alright guys, welcome back to the Quebec City franchise mode, episode 7. Today, it is a big day for this franchise. Are we going to re-sign major players, or are we going to let them go, and who are we going to pick up in free agency? We're going into year 3 of my rebuild plan, which consists of 4 seasons, and this year is the big one. I don't know if you can go look at the draft, but we know who it is. It is Landon Dupont, and a star defenseman would absolutely be awesome. Let me advance day here, and I will show you, as we have some head coaches that we have to bring back. We might do something, a bunch of scouts we have to bring back. I'll definitely do that off screen. I'll let you guys know what we did. But as for re-signing, we have a lot of our top players, but I want to go to unsigned just right away and show you. We have this medium elite Belch. We have Huang, who could honestly grow into something decent. Aitchison. We're very low on defense. We have Virhov, who we traded our first round pick because he got picked ahead of ours, so I decided to give the Rangers another chance. Little did I know it ended up being a top 9 player, so I kind of felt a little bad. But not really. It's the Rangers. Aitchison, Kashawn Aitchison. I kept saying Kawan. I don't know why. I think I was just not feeling well that day. And then Belch. He's 73 medium elite. He's 18 years old, and he's a power forward. And a left winger, which is perfect because if we go to our centers and we go to just main roster, we have this kid right down here, Michael Misa, who's 77 right now. Hopefully he grows in the offseason, and I kind of do want to put him on the second line if he does grow. If he doesn't, AHL minutes for a little bit, and then I think I'll bring him up. I don't know. I don't want to stunt his growth, but I also don't want to rush him and have him not work out. We also got Nate Danielson, who's grown a decent amount last season. At 21 years old, he needs a big jump to come into the NHL, and then hopefully some growth as he gets there. We have Riley Height, who had a really good season in terms of growth. I think he started at a 69, ended at a 74. Good year for him. Desnoyers, still at 73. Not what we want. And we also have... Is he a winger? Or did I miss him? We have Cristal as well. 76-21. He's about the same as Danielson. Is he a right winger? Is that where I'm going to find him? There he is. Cameron Schmidt, 70 overall, 19, top 6. So we got a decent core of prospects that we can build. It's just really our defensemen where we don't have that much. Now, we have Jordan Spence, who is our best defenseman right now, and I really want to keep. We have Hag, who we signed to a really good deal for an 84 overall defenseman. That's where it kind of ends. We have Ball, Lausanne. We have Edmondson and Thompson. Sherratt will not be joining this team. Lausanne wants to stay. I have him in my maybe category. I sorted all of my expiring deals into categories of resign, definitely resign, maybe, and let go. Lausanne's in my maybe. Dependent. I might re-sign him. I might let him go to free agency and then try to work out a deal. Then he might get a little more expensive, but it's fine. But if we go to our prospects, we have Beaulieu, who is our first pick. We had to trade down. We ended up picking him in like the second round of our first draft. 72 overall, 21. Same with Huang. I'm not expecting much. Maybe some bottom pair guys. We're going to be solid. And then we get our 2 prospects that we really want to develop, and that's Kashawn Aitchison and Virhov. I'm struggling with names this season. He plays both sides, which is perfect, and he's a right defenseman, but he can play the left side, so if we need him to do that, he can do that. Same with Aitchison, who is a left side, but he'll also play the right side. Perfect dynamic, just perfect amount of dynamic defensemen that could be in our middle 6. It's just perfect. Like, they'll be the top 4 guys, and they can move up if we need them to, and they can play both sides no matter what. Obviously, I'm going to go with a guy who, honestly, and chemistry is what I want to look at with those guys. Not just who is better suited to play that side. Let's say Aitchison has to play the right side, he has better chemistry. I'd rather that over him. And maybe he gets better chemistry playing on the right side with the left defenseman. But yeah, we need a top defensive prospect. And we are either going to go for Landon DuPont, or we're going to go for, maybe, hopefully there's a Canadian in the top 5 who's a defenseman. If not, a trade, maybe. I don't know. I don't feel like giving up a lot of our players. I don't know why I went back. Now it is UFAs. Now, everyone who I'm going to re-sign, I will do that on day 1 and see what they say, and then I'll show you guys what contracts I signed with. The only one I feel like I really want to show, it's kind of 2. I want to show Spence because, I want to see what he's asking for. He's probably going to be asking for like 6. Yep. And I'm fine with giving him that. He's 25 years old. If we could lock him up, he'll be like 30 coming out of into like our prime years. Coming out of the rebuild, he'll be like 27. Still be very good. No trade clause, though, is the thing I'm iffy on. Maybe a modified. A modified no trade clause with a little bit of protection. He's ineligible for the first 2 seasons, but I just want to be able to move him just in case we have to. In case the rebuild goes completely sideways, it doesn't work out, we have to move him. I want that available, that option. I want to be able to trade him out for assets just in case we have to. Get him on a better team and hope that he does good, but right now I really hope that he stays with us. Now, there's 2 of them. It's him and just another defenseman. It's Hag. Hag is the guy I feel like he's on 2 years left. Probably out of the rebuild. He'll leave, and then maybe Aitchison or Viryov can come up and play. I'm going to go sign all the guys that I don't want to show. It's him and Hayton. Barrett Hayton's another guy. And then I'll go on to my maybes. And, alright, so I'll go sign all the guys that I'm not going to show. I'll show you Spence, and I'll show you Hayton. And then I'll move on to the maybes and also show who I let go. It's only 3 players. They're kind of filling up spots that I maybe want to give to some younger players. So that's all. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I've handed out the contracts. Obviously, you can see that Borgo and McLeod are 2 of them. I'm going to go over to all skaters. You can see McLeod's one of them. Bunting is not one of them. Mangiapane is not one of them. And Drouin is not one of them. These 2 are in maybe. So we'll see them after. But let's hop into negotiations with Spence. Honestly, with him, I'm kind of fine with giving him a 6x6 with a modified no trade clause at 12 teams. That is a fine contract for me. I just don't know if he'll accept it. Oh, wow, he accepts it immediately. So there we go. The other person who did accept our offer immediately, there's 2 of them. Morgan Barron accepted our offer immediately, and Gage Gonzalez accepted our offer immediately. So Jordan Spence will stick around for a 6x6 with a modified no trade after the first 2 seasons, so it's only for the last 4. I really like that deal. I want to keep him around. He'll be here until he's 31, but we can move him out before that if the rebuild goes sideways. The next one. First, I want to qualify him as an RFA. He's not going to accept that deal. I know that for sure, because we were going to go to offer contract. We'll enter negotiation with him, because I do kind of want to negotiate. He wants a bridge deal at 8 mil. I kind of wanted to lock him up, but at the same time, I feel like a bridge deal would also be smart. This is when Misa's deal would expire, his entry level. So this is when Misa's entry level deal will expire if he plays the season. Some other players might expire a little later, so it might give us a more of a reference of what we want to give Barrett Hayton after 3 seasons when he's 29. That is definitely fair. And at 8.75, I mean, he put up the points for me to be comfortable with giving him that. He's ineligible for a no movement clause for the first season. He put up 72 in 82 this season. He was 10 points below on a very bad team. I really like how he played. He even had a really good first season. He's just had career years since coming to Quebec. Like, he's been trying to figure it out with Arizona, and then they moved to Utah, but we take him, and he's figured it out here. We just need to put him with players who can play, and I feel like Misa might even be that guy. Like, Misa on the first line, if he grows to like an 81, maybe 82 would make me feel more comfortable with Misa on the first line as an 82, with Barrett Hayton and one of the Alex Newhook maybe, who also has grown. He's on a pretty good deal. We could offer him an extension on July 1st. I might look to do that. But yeah, let's advance day, see what these people think. McLeod's going to reject our offer. I actually offered him 3x4. I'm going to have to reject your offer. I'm looking to continue my career with a mid-sized market. I might talk him. I might negotiate him. I accept your offer. Borgo is staying. And that is it. Did I forget to offer Hayton a contract? I did. Okay. So, out of all the people I need to stay, Hayton and McLeod are the only two giving me a bit of trouble. Hayton's not giving me trouble. I just forgot to offer him a deal. I feel like that's fair. If I go to 8.5, does it drop his interest? No. 8.25 probably does. A tiny bit. I'd be fine to have a no movement clause. I feel like I want to keep him. 8.5 is fine for me. You know what? We need a guy with an expensive contract on this team. He's going to think about it. I'm going to go back to McLeod. Now, he wants to come back. I feel like his price could drop if I qualify him. See, I offered him... Oh, maybe it was a 3x3 that I offered him. So I added a year and then I went up to 3. Is that what I did? Because I wanted to keep him until he's 30. If I do just what he wants, what if I do 2.5? This is what his... I want to give him more than that. I feel like, you know what, this is fine. I'm fine with that. Takes until he's 29. And then we can look to... Same with Barrett Hayton. Look to see where he fits on the team at that point. Yeah. Let's advance day. McLeod accepts. And Hayton accepts. So, all of the people I've wanted to re-sign... Just gonna grab my marker real quick. I did drop it. Oh. Of course, it fell like into the farthest corner of my room. So all the people I wanted to re-sign are back. Perfect. Now are my maybes. Now the people who I wanted to get rid of. If I just go to all expiring real quick, I'm gonna scroll down. Ben Sherratt, I'm going to release. He probably doesn't want too much. He might want 2. But I don't really... I'd rather him go to a cup contender if he wanted to. So I also released Demaney. I forget how to say it. He was just taking up room in the AHL. And I have some young players who I might bring in this year for the AHL. So that's why I let him go. The last one is a big one. It's Michael Bunting. I do kind of want to just let him walk. 30 years old. Like, Drouin and Mangiapane are maybes, because I could bring one of those two back to play with Misa and Hayton, or Newhook moves up there and they just put on the second line. If it's a second line player, though, I don't know. Bunting would be more fair to bring back as a second line player. I'm going to go look at my defense. I'm going to go look at all my team and see where all these players below Mangiapane on my list fit, which is Mitchell, Delorier, Stanley, and Greer, if they fit on my team at all, and see if I'll just release them or try to sign them if I feel like they fill a hole that won't be filled by a rookie. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I figured that out. I looked at my lines for defense in the AHL and the NHL, kind of how I want to place them, and I kind of want a both side threat on my scratch so that they can move into either side, and Mitchell fit in my system. Stanley was kind of the odd one out. Benoit's already re-signed. I let Stanley walk, and I re-signed Mitchell, and I'm going to be signing Beaulieu, well, Beaulieu's obvious. I gotta sign him. Huang is gonna come in with his entry-level deal. And then we're gonna wait on Aitchison and Verheov to see what looks like, what they will look like coming into next season. We might give them a contract, mainly Aitchison, because I feel like he'd probably be able to play in the AHL. Fabrizi does fit in the AHL right now, but I don't I might take him out, because the left side, it might just be this guy who comes out. He's an AHL player. I'm pretty sure he's not Canadian. Yeah, he's like our only non-Canadian player. He's the AHL though. He's never gonna make the NHL, so that's why it's fine. If everyone gets hurt and Fabrizi has to be called up over him, that's fine. There won't be injuries like that though. So Stanley's gone. Delorier I let go, and Guerrier I'm gonna keep. If I need to move Guerrier out, let's say I don't find a spot for him, too many rookies coming up, I can just move him for like a 6th or a 7th, or maybe a 5th. Maybe I can get some good value back, just get an extra pick. Maybe we could pick up a steal in the draft and then win that trade. Guerrier's re-signed, and Mitchell re-signed. Everyone who I wanted to bring back, who I like looked and saw, thought, oh yeah, I could bring them back. They came back. The only player I need to re-sign is Lauzon on the defense. I do want to bring him back. I just want to see what he wants. If he wants too much, oh, you know what? I don't really mind that much. Will he accept it? Yeah, 2.5 or 2 seasons for Lauzon is fine for me. I can move him on any year of that contract. He's not too expensive. Edmondson, yeah, the contract for Edmondson's bad, but it also helps us have money for when we are, what am I trying to say? It also helps us have money so that we're not near the cap floor, is what I'm trying to say. And then the last 3, go to forwards, are Mangiapane, Bunting, and Drouin. Lauzon is re-signed, so I can take him off the list. I don't know what I'm going to do. Right now, Drouin's the only one who wants to come back, and I would love to bring him back. It would have to be a 1-year deal. Because I don't have that many 1-year deals. I feel like bringing Drouin in on a 1-year deal might make the most sense. He's been with the team since day one. He's been our... Barrett Hayton's overtaken him, but he's been our star. I might actually give him the C for... I don't know. Just to trade him away, though. I might give him... I already gave him an A, I think. So, I might give him a 1-year deal, bring him back, and then let Mangiapane and Bunting walk, leaving our second line a bit of a mess with Newhook, Brazeau, and like... Oh, we're on forwards. Yeah, Newhook, Brazeau, and like Barron. We might look in free agency for a second line forward. Defense. We don't need anything on defense. Goaltending. That's who I also want to check. How are our goaltenders? Hofer. Might bring him back on a 1-year deal, just to be a solid backup for Levi, whilst Ivan Kovic still develops, because yeah, he did not do too well in development. I'm gonna bring Hofer back, and I'm gonna bring Baru back, and then just scratch him if he gets overtaken by Beckman or Ivan Kovic. So what are we looking at here? We want a second line forward. We want a second line forward. That's about it for free agency. And we could even do it as like one that's not too good. Maybe bring up a rookie near the end of the year. Like fill the spot with someone who shouldn't be on the second line, and then switch it. Get a rookie some games. Might do that. So I'm going to let Mangiapane and Bunting walk. But I'm going to bring back Drouin. I'm still going to talk to Mangiapane and Bunting. Maybe we don't have to do anything in free agency. But I do kind of want to open up free agency for a little bit, just to see what we can get. Maybe we could get a first line forward who's young, and just like a guy who just hit 26, hits the UFA market, and offer a bunch of money for him to come to our team and build around that with Misa. Might do that. But Drouin right now is the guy who I'm going to bring back. Let's see what he wants. He wants less than last year. That's perfect. But how much on a 1 year? He's going to want way more in a 1 year. So we gave him this much last season. He doesn't really want that. He wants to stick around. A 2-year deal with a no movement plus on some pretty heavy... The 2 years at 8 is too much. I feel like, ooh, you know what? We might be looking at someone else. Wow, maybe I should have answered that before I did that. Bunting doesn't want to come back. He's going to be a little more expensive to bring back. He might be dropping off. He might fall off. That does not look like an 84 overall price. Mangiapane, who's an 86 as well, he might want the same as Drouin. 6, 7, 1 year. We want 7.5, given the Drouin deal from last season, with a heavy 90% Probably 75, right? You know what? Our best chance is to do this for Mangiapane. If we want to bring one of them back. We still have enough cap space. And it's only a 1-year deal. I'm going to send it to him. He'll get back tonight. Sadly, I think this is it for Joanne. And then we'll just put our first line here. Alright. We'll see what Mangiapane says. And then I think I'm just going to simulate the free agency. I'll let you guys know what I did. See you guys. After we see what Mangiapane says. He accepts. Okay. I'm gonna release Bunting. Because I feel like I'm more comfortable doing that. I'm gonna look at all expiring to see if there's anybody. These 2 AHL left winger and defenseman. I am fine with letting those 2 walk. Jerwin, I'm gonna stick it. I'm gonna simulate 2 free agency. I'm not gonna release him. I feel like that'll just be, oh yeah, Hofer. I completely forget about Hofer all the time. Let's just offer something to free agency. Oh my god, I get so focused, don't I? I will go fix up the scouting. You know what? We could probably redo our scouting. Our scouting hasn't been too great. We could go find a bunch of scouts, and I'm gonna go do that. And then we'll hop into free agency and see what we can get. I'll be right back. Okay, so I dealt with the scouts and the coaching staff and sent out my contracts. For scouts, I actually went really heavy on Canadian because since we're only drafting Canadian players, I went 3 scouts in WHL. I went up to total of. So for WHL, I think I only had to do 1. OHL, I had to sign 3 of them. Q, I had to sign 2. 3, 2, 1. But I just wanted to up my Canadian scouts as much as I could because they are really what matters. And then for coaching staff, I actually went big. Our former head coach left. I'm going to try to sign him as an associate coach. I'm also picking up 2 goalie coaches and an assistant coach just to try to hopefully up our goaltending a little bit, especially because we need that development. But one thing that we did go for is huge. I don't know. I went for John Cooper. I'm going for John Cooper. From 7. I want to bring him in. If it doesn't happen and I sign every other coach, that's fine. I'll go for a guy like Hines. I'll go for a guy like Reich. I'll go for a guy like Lindy Ruff. Right? That's Lindy Ruff, right? Yeah, I'll go for a guy like Lindy Ruff. I'll go for a guy like Aaron Reich. I'll go for a guy like John Hines. Maybe we'll go also generalist, maybe forwards. We might look down there. We might even just sign an associate coach and promote Kincaid again. But I'm hoping that they all sign. That's the one hope. And we're also going to enter free agency now. So let's see what's on the market. We're looking for a first or a second line forward. Look at that. Brian Clark is on the market. That would be a trade, which would be a huge trade. Would be a big trade. Also, I'm going way too far. He is a restricted free agency, so we'd have to restricted free agent. So we'd have to go trade for him. Don't know how comfortable I am with doing that. It's not that big of a free agent. Very spread out down the middle free agent class for forwards. For goaltenders, got Jacob Markstrom, Wolf, Dostal, Skinner, Hofer. Hofer is the one I want to bring back. Maybe a guy like Drager. Maybe a little bit of an older guy who can mentor. I might do that. We could also get a piece for Hofer. We could move him in a deal if we wanted to. I feel like Drager would be the smarter option. Talbot would also be a smarter option, but I'm worried about decrease in overall. Drager, Jake Allen would also be, but I'm also worried about decreasing overall on that one as well. Drager will probably stay 82. He has more likely to stay 82, so that would make more sense. Reimer, we could bring Reimer back, the guy who got pushed out from Devin Levi. Trevor Zegras, I don't know if that's too much. So he might still grow. Clark is definitely an 8. He wants 9. We can offer him that much. Let's see if we go up to 9. We have to give up 4? A first, a second, and a third this season? I wouldn't want to do that. That could be Landon DuPont. Jonathan Drouin. See, the organization interest is up there for him, but it's just he doesn't want to come back. JB Benn has also entered free agency. We traded him in the offseason. Connor Garland's American line. Zegras we can't get. He's American. Stankoven would be a fun one to try to go get, right? Him and Clark. Like, we can go get Clark, and if we get DuPont, we have our 1-2. But that leaves Spence in question mark. We can go get Stankoven, and we have a guy who can play with Misa. And is young. Oh, that might be a smart option, especially still on Dallas. I'm going to go to the trade, and I'm going to try to find something. I like my boldness sometimes, but sometimes it could come back to bite me in the ass here as I pass Dallas. They want to get rid of him. His value's not too high. 87-23. I like that. We'd have to give up a lot of money, of course, to get him. Sorry, I tapped my mic. Hayton has dropped a little bit. Oh, that's concerning, but not too concerning because it's 3 years. We can move him if we need to. Newhook dropped 1. Spence is still up there. Mangiapane dropped 1. It's another little bit of a concern. Not a lot of prospects up here. That's concerning to me, especially because Danoye was like a top 13th overall pick. Callum Ritchie. I'm hoping he makes the jump. Xavier Bourgault might be a piece we could move. A second round pick. And then this would probably be the... That's too much. Would this go... This wouldn't go through, would it? No, it probably wouldn't. No. Dallas is fine with coughing up what you were after, which seemed that our trade block surplus came in handy here. However, what you're offering in return isn't very interesting. It doesn't meet our block that well, and the value just isn't there whatsoever. The value isn't there. That I knew. 2 second-round picks, that might do it. Oh, I feel like that's not enough. I feel like I'm stealing Stankoven. They can't afford him, so they have to move him for something. This, like, Bourgault, I extended, yeah, but I feel like out of all the prospects, the younger players we have, he's expendable. 2 second-round picks, although, yes, we're still rebuilding. We're hopefully going to look to try to come out of the rebuild soon. This would help us right now as well, but also, we could lock him up for the future, which would work perfectly. You know what? I feel like I could get something back, but I'm going to offer this. No. We aren't where you need to be. You aren't where you need to be in value, nor are we interested in what you're giving us. So, see, they would want the 3rd. Right? I feel like if I gave them Detroit's 3rd, it would probably go through. They want like a guy like McLeod. They want a guy like Hag. Hag's on a decent deal. Newhook is on a fine deal. Mangiapane is the one where I'm like, ugh, but we can move him. We have retained spots for him, so his contract will get better once we move him out. What about a guy like Joel Edmondson? Adding to that might be too expensive for them. But it is the offseason, so they can take on that contract. I don't want to retain on it. Will it go through? Oh my, it will. That might be taking advantage of the CPU, and I apologize if you guys think that is. But welcome to the team, Logan Stankoven. I can erase second or first line forward. I'm going to go make a move again now. I'm going to look at Joel Hofer. Try to get him out here. I'm going to bring in Drieger. Hofer might even just not be a good value at all. Was he a UFA? Oh, I didn't qualify him. Oh, okay. Alright, that's fine. It's not like we're losing Hofer like a backup goaltender without the money to bring another one in. Drieger's interested in coming back, or in coming to this franchise. Let's see how low we can get it. That's perfect for me. That's perfect for me. Now we have to negotiate with Logan Stankoven. I feel like 10 wouldn't be bad. He's going to grow into the contract. Definitely. I feel like he puts up an insane year with Hayton and Misa. And, yeah. Like, I wouldn't mind giving him 8. Like the Jake Sanderson kind of deal. Giving him like an 8x10. It's gonna be worth it. I can up it to a no movement. Does that up it just a tiny bit? Just a tiny bit, because 8 years will take him till he's 31. Full no movement for the last 4 years. He accepts. I am very much fine with that contract. I think free agency is good for me. The only thing I have to go pick up is that scratch defenseman that can play both sides. So it'd be like a guy like Kulak would be like too good. I kind of want to go for like a guy who's not gonna be maybe like wouldn't contend for that spot. Jake Bean would be perfect. Oh, we also traded Joel Edmondson. We need a guy like Jake Bean. That works. I don't want to give him 3. Oh, he wants 3. If we give him a very movable contract, it doesn't really hurt us. Jake Bean's coming in. All right. Now, Edmondson frees up a hole in our bottom pair. Broberg is, yeah, Swedish. Would a guy like Nick Leddy make sense? American, of course. Would a guy like Dumba is American, right? I'm 90% sure he is. Canadian. Turns out I'm dumb. Who's our bottom pair guy? It's Thompson. He can play both sides. That's perfect. If Thompson's not going to make the team, these two could definitely help. I don't want to offer him too much. I don't feel like he'll get that big of a contract. He'll take a few days to go over it. All right, now we pray for coaching. Advanced day. Advanced day. Kincaid is back. So if John Cooper says no, he could be our head coach again. Almond is going to reject goalie coach for the NHL. That's fine. I don't feel like the quality of roster matches the challenges I'm wishing to take on. We suck. It should probably match. This is a scout. Says yes. Scout says yes. Scout says yes. I don't know. I offered them all a max, so they're probably going to say yes. Scout says yes. Scout says yes. Advanced day. John Cooper. I don't really like the size of the market you play in, but I'm willing to live with it, so I accept. John Cooper, we have him for 4 seasons, which he could help lead this team to a playoff at the final 2 years of his contract. Maybe even this year. That might have been such a reach. She's going to be the NHL assistant coach. We got the goalie coach for the AHL. I'm not interested in joining with this job title. I'll find someone else who is. That's another scout. Dumba accepts. Perfect. I think that's it. That is awesome. You know what? I'm going to go fill out those bottom roles for coaching. Because, yeah, you guys really need to see that. And I'm going to sim to the next season. I don't think I want to offer Newhook an extension. I don't think I want to do anything else. Really, I feel like I'm happy with what we have. You know what? We're going to go through the preseason. We'll go through one game. Hopefully not Ottawa. But if it is, that's fine. So, yeah, I'll see you guys at the start of next season. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to offer him a contract. But 4.25 for 4 seasons? 3 seasons? Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seasons at 4.25 for an 84 overall who could hopefully go up is very good. Alright, now I'll see you guys at the start of next season. Alright, we are here at the edit line screen. Let's check out our team. Here. Alright, so, doesn't... like, it looks pretty decent. McLeod's up to an 84, I like. Newhook's 85 again. Hag, Spence up to an 86. I like that. I want Lozon down there. What's our scratch? I'll make Kubel and Greer. We have to go make some moves. Thompson's going to come up. Where is our guy? Alright, is the AHL team snubbing him as bad as... Did I not sign me some? Thought I did. We might look to do that. Cristal up to a 78. Richie, he's going to move into the NHL. I need to play him on a It's a depth forward, but I feel like playing him on like the second line might help him. Danielson, height, they look good. Defense. Defense. That looks almost identical to what I wanted. It's just move him up, move Fabrizi up, Thompson out of the lineup for... Who are we missing? Uh-oh. Who are we missing? Benoit is on the team. Huang. Where is Huang? Uh-oh. So Huang will not be playing. That is a little sucky. Beaulieu, top 6. Maybe get a little bit more minutes. He gets to play with the beast Fabrizi, especially he's 5'11", 183. He needs to play with this beast Fabrizi, the young lion down there. So I'm going to go figure out why Thompson's not. Like, I'm going to bring Thompson up, and I'm going to figure out where Huang is. Also got to figure out where Misa is. Did I miss him up here? That's what I thought. I didn't miss Misa. He's not on our scratched. Is he on no lines? Nope. And are we sure we have no scratched? Okay, now, it's the big thing. Before we go do that, how is Devin Levi? Oh, let's go. 86 overall at 24 years old. He could still grow. That is perfect. Then we got Drieger backing him up with a little bit more veteran presence. We have this guy. We did not re-sign Berube. We're going to go look and see what Ivan Kovic looks like. Richie's going to come up to the NHL. We're going to have to get this Selleck guy out of here. We are going to do a lot of stuff off screen real quick. And then I'll show you. I might bring some... I don't know if I'm going to bring these guys. I'm going to bring Richie up. I don't know if I'm going to bring Cristal, Height, or Danielson up. I think I'm going to let them sit this preseason in the A. Same with these guys. I'm going to let them sit in the A. So I'll be right back. Oh, captaincies. They might throw a C on... This is the AHL team. Let me just fix that real quick. AHL, NHL, back out. Go down to set captains. So they give the C to Hayden. I'm going to give him an A. Stankoven, I do not want to give an A to. Not yet. Not yet. I'm fine with Mangiapane being the other A. I would actually, you know what? I'm going to give it to Alex Newhook. I think he deserves it. And our new defenseman. I always like to give one to one defenseman. Jordan Spence. You have an A. Our young core is going to be leading us this season. We need them to lead us. And our first game is against Ottawa. Of course it is. Let me go figure that out, and then I'll hop right into the Ottawa game, so I'll see you as we're hopping into the Ottawa game. Alright, I actually changed our mind. We're going to go, apologies, to the Toronto game, where, so sorry, we got Barrett Hayton, Michael Misa on our first line. I don't know if I'm crazy for this, but he needs to play with these two. They need that chemistry to build up with Logan Stankoven. Mangiapane, they're going to be playing with Callum Ritchie and Alex Newhook. Putting Ritchie between those two, I feel like would be fun. Putting Misa between these two, it's going to be so skillful, so fun. Our third line looks great here with McLeod, Brezo, Barron, Amadio, Cizikas, and O'Connor as our fourth line. Our defense is about the same. Hag, Ball, Lozon, Spence, Dumba, Bean. I don't think I called Thompson up yet. I'll do that later. Doesn't really matter at the moment. Our first line AHL up with Height, Danielson, and Cristal. Our AHL, not Hawaiian. Beaulieu's playing on the second pair with Fabrizi. Then I brought in Jet Wu, and that's it for under Fabrizi. Let's hop into this game. We are going to play this game. Now, we're going to play this game. I'm going to end the video. The next episode, we're going to go through season goals. I haven't really been doing that much this season, or this franchise mode, because, I don't know, I'm so stingy about it. I'm still learning it. It seems like the goals are so unobtainable, but now with this team kind of built, I feel like some players might be able to obtain that goal. And Misa, I feel like going for that Calder would be the best option. Same with Callum Ritchie. Maybe one of them can get a potential grow up, which would be really good. If we could get Misa to like high elite, that'd be amazing. If we get Richie to medium elite, oh my god, we might have the best two forward prospects in the NHL. So we're gonna CPU this game. I'm gonna get all the settings out, and I'll see you in it. All right, we are hopping into this game. We are definitely the better team out of the two. We got like our NHL lineup. They have their preseason lineup. I don't really like doing all the preseason moves. feel like it's too time consuming, but now we get to see Misa for the second time in his young career as he wins this draw. He was a draw winner last preseason. Stankoven, his first game in a Quebec jersey. Look at that, Misa making a nice play. Spence throws it to Hayton. Hayton to Misa. Misa skates in, dumps it in. Stankoven's going to skate after it. He's going to get to Morgan Riley. Tie him up. Hayton's going to pick it up with the Leafs. They're going to come out with it, but they missed the pass. I don't know if you heard my Google. That scared the crap out of me. I'm home alone. I don't even know. This probably won't make it in the video. Anyways, Camp. Oh, it will, because Camp scores right after I say that. I'm on a tangent about Google, saying random stuff. And we let in a goal as David Camp will score. Ugh. Not fun. Full pressure. They were able to get it. And Camp puts it home. Getting hit. Mid-hit, he'll put it past Devin Levi. O'Connor, Cizikas, and Matteo against their fourth line of AHLers. Maybe even just Q or W, as that's a bad pass, but Levi's able to send it up, and O'Connor will get through. O'Connor with speed. He's moving in. He'll shoot. He scores! Logan O'Connor looks off the pass and fires it home for his first of the preseason. Cizikas wins the draw. O'Connor picks it up again. He's going to go for another skate. Go for a skate. Sends it to the middle to Cizikas, who waits. Kind of ends up being smart here as O'Connor will throw it on goal, and it will be stopped. Watching my videos, of course. Mangiapane, a quick shot, and it's stopped. Newhook will pick it up. Lose it, but a good poke down into the corner. 4 seconds to go. They find the blue line. Dumba, Bede, shoots, and it's blocked. And the first period will end 1-1. Quebec versus Toronto, as O'Connor and Camp will pick up the goals. O'Connor is just a little better. Me saw the draw. We only saw this line once, which is a little upsetting. He'll lose it. That's like one of the first draws I've seen him lose ever, is Hayton will get this puck. He'll try to find Stankoven, but Hag will pick it up. Come on, Hag, shoot the puck. Oh, he scores! Nicholas Hag, dude, I've seen him walk down and fire him, and he finally puts one past. What a shot by Nicholas Hag, and it is a 2-1 game. He's had those rushes where he comes in, he fires it, it looks like a good shot, but he'll just miss the net. He goes post and in, and knocks the water bottle off. What a shot from Nicholas Hag, and it is a 2-1 game for the Quebec Nordiques. Morgan Riley will take him. And there we go. Hit Marner. Just keep bugging him. As Barrett Hayton will pick it up. Stankoven wanted to go for a change, I think. He's going to make a move. Sends it to the middle. Hayton. Stankoven. Scores! There we go. That's the first for Stankoven in a Quebec uniform. Even though it is preseason, what a goal. A little bit of chemistry showing between him and Barrett Hayton. That's what I like to see. Hopefully Misa can join in that combination there. As just Hayton loses it. He fires it past the Leafs goaltender. And it is 3-1. She is still yapping. That Google is still yapping. Ball just trying to do it all on his own. The Leafs will take advantage. Gerberk into Camp. What a save, Devin Levi. Kevin Ball, you have to thank Devin Levi for that, because you messed up big time. As Callum Ritchie will get it in the middle. Try to make a move. He gets checked. He had no time and space. And there we go. Look at that. Alex Newhook throwing the body. Getting the puck in our possession. Kevin Ball will yet again ruin it, as Ritchie had a pretty good board battle there, and Newhook gonna run into him, interfere a little bit. Ritchie trying to get the rebound off of a Lozon shot, but it'll go wide. He'll try to battle for it, but Duhaime will come up with it. He's not gonna make that pass. He's gonna skate in. He'll find McLeod in the middle. McLeod shoots. It's stopped. Hervonen will come up. Get past the blue line. He's got a guy in front. No real lane to pass it to him. There's a 1-T chance in front for Easton Cowan. He's going to throw it in front of Hervonen, and he scores. And this young line for the Leafs will pick one up past Devin Levi. And this game the lead has been cut in half. It is a 3-2 game for the 1-T with Spence. Hayton able to pick it up, but he gets bumped. A big hit by Stankoven to try to get the puck, but Timmins is going to bring it out. Finds Voigt. Finds Holinka. He'll shoot. He'll score. Holinka, the fourth line, just beat our first line, and that is not good, as this game is tied at 3-3. Oh my. Misa ozone draw. This is an important one. Misa able to win it back to Hag. Hag shoots. It's blocked. Hayton sends it to Spence. He tries to get a tip shot on goal, but it will be picked up in front, and the Leafs come up with it. Here we go. Holinka, the guy who scored. Hag's not going to take him again, and he scores. Nicholas Hag. I don't know if it was Hag that time as well, but it's the defenseman leaving Holinka alone, and he picks up his second. Oh my. It was Stankoven on defense. Does not pick up his guy. We give him room to walk in and shoot. And the Leafs are up 4-3. They don't have they had a guy in the middle, but we get stripped. Barrett Hayton just trying to get down and get a shot. Same with Stankoven's not on the first power play. Mangiapane, new hook, and what a save. Barrett Hayton will pick up the rebound, but he will cover it. But time will expire before the whistle can go. And we will head into the third period down 1. After what we thought could have been a good period, we just get beat twice, giving them way too much time and space to shoot the puck. Down 4-3 into the third period. Now we're still on the power play. That's fine. As we got Mangiapane, Hayton, new hook. We need to get Stankoven on the first power play. We need to get Misa up there. New hook. Loses it in the middle, tries to throw it in front, and the Leafs will pick it up and get it out. Get to it first, and what a play by Bean to clear the net front there. O'Connor, in, slows, wants to get a shot, throws it in front of New Hook, he scores! And it is tied at 4-4. Patience by O'Connor finds New Hook in front, and Alex New Hook puts it home to tie the game at 4. Tries to throw it in, misses everyone, ball picks it up. Ooh, Hayton had 23 there for a rush, and Lausanne's going to try to make a hit, and luckily Devin Levi stops Domi. And Timmins is going to snipe one right after, and it is going to be 5-4 Toronto. Oh my. He needs to create some time and space there as Hayton will get a hit. Misa will get a hit. Gerbankin will get smoked. And another hit! Let's go! A big amount of hits. That gets me hyped as Misa now has time and space. Makes a move, but a collapse on him. It's offside. O'Connor. Bean. Move in. They do. Shoots. Stop. And the Leafs will take this one 5-4. I was hoping to get some overtime, but with that save, unless we get an absolute miracle here with Callum Ritchie sending it back to the line, they tie it up, and the Toronto Maple Leafs will take this one 5-4 in a goal-scoring affair. Not fun to watch our team fall like that, but the high points were definitely good for our team. We saw a lot of potential. We saw some work we need to work on defense a lot, especially. We're just giving those guys those time and space, like this play here. Holinka twice, we give him time and space, and he just fires it by. This one is our goal here. Yeah, this is a New Hook goal. That was nice to tie the game, but then they would get one more here as Timmins. Yeah, that's just a perfect shot. Alright, well, that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check the 2 videos up top there. The one on your right is the video from Wednesday. The one on your left is the one from Monday. And I'll see you guys in the next episode where we go through till the trade deadline. Maybe even past the trade deadline. Let me know what you guys think we should do. Only really one move that I'm thinking, and that is Mangiapane. But I'll see you guys later.